Hi everyone, it's Clarissa here from The Quality Nerd. Today I wanted to talk to you about Policies and Procedures Part 2. Okay, here we go. So this is particularly for new organisations. So if you're just getting started out in this world of NDIS and home care or anything like that, it's really important that you get your policies and procedures correct from the start. Now, you are going to need policies and procedures because you are going to need to comply with quality frameworks that are out there. So for disability service providers, it will be, for now, whatever is required in your state until we transition to the NDIS quality and safeguarding requirements. So the standards vary from state to state, but they all essentially say the same thing. There's standards there around rights, around participation of people with a disability, around your governance and management, risk management, human resources, and around how you provide your actual service. So around service planning, around the support, feedback and complaints, reviewing assessments, all that kind of thing are all standard across all of the quality standards out there, and I do know that because I mapped them all several years ago. So basically, in setting up your policies and procedures, you need to make sure that they are right for your organisation, and you need to get that correct from the start. And particularly, I would say, review them again before you get into that first external audit. So that means I would suggest develop your policies and procedures based on what you do or on what you want to do if you're not yet operating, and then review them again in a few months. So I would recommend after about 3 months, but before you get into that first audit, you want to review them to make sure that it is actually what you're doing. So for example, things can change in that first 3 months of operation. You might decide that your time frames around referrals or around making that initial appointment with your new client are not quite right. You're not quite meeting a need, so you change that. We'll make sure that your policy and procedure reflects that. So just give it that little test that yes, it is still working well. Don't forget that you can set up your policies and procedures any way you want to. So there is no quality standard out there in Australia that dictates what you must have as a policy and procedure. So yes, usually it is a written document, and it is a written document done in a certain style that is accepted by in quality management circles. But you can do other things if that's what will work best for your organisation. So you can use flowcharts, you can use pictures, you can use videos, you can use just dot points, anything you want, just make it right for you. So if you are a sole operator working out there in the disability sector, you might not need a lot of words in your policies and procedures. You may just need to cover off the essentials of what you're going to do, and that can be done in dot point. If you work with a large group of support workers and they need guidance on what to do when they go out to client homes, probably really dense policies and procedures with a lot of words are not going to work for them. So you might adapt your very wordy policies and procedures manual into flowcharts that they can use while they're on the go. So think about things like that. Think about how you might be able to incorporate different things in that way. The other thing that I wanted to speak about is your self-assessment. So again, all of the quality standards and frameworks around Australia require that you do a self-assessment. This usually will go to your external auditor or to the government body to demonstrate that what you have complies with the standards. So you really need to make sure that that self-assessment matches what you have and what you do. So it's not what you might think you will do, it's not what you might like to do or what you think is best practice. It is actually what you do. So make sure that it reflects this is the policy and procedure or form or document that we have in place, and then you might separately put into your quality improvement plan that, yes, you want to do these things in the future. But you don't have to. Your self-assessment does not have to be an extremely dense or lengthy document. They just need to know that you are meeting those standards. So it can be quite short if you're not operating yet. So have a think about those things as you develop policies and procedures, and as you do your self-assessment. Please remember, I am here for your expert advice. For any of these things, please contact me. I can help you develop policies and procedures. I can help you do a gap analysis. If you already have policies and procedures and you want to know if they meet whatever standards that you need to meet, that's a really good way of not reinventing the wheel, can I just say? You don't want to be doing work that you don't have to. Or I can help do your self-assessment with you so that we can make sure that you get through that registration process and get through your first external audit. So please contact me if you have any questions, or if you would like to suggest a vlog topic that you'd like me to talk about. And I hope to speak to you soon. Okay, thank you. Bye.